Hi, welcome back. Today we'll try to discuss about the TCP three-way handshake. So this TCP connection, which can establish a connection between two hosts. In our example, let us take in between the pen tester and the target. The TCP connection that the pen host establishes the connection with the target using the three-way handshake process. So the three-way handshake validates that the destination host is available to communicate. The TCP connection, helps to get the proper connection between your pen tester and the target. So, what is this TCP connection? As you know, the transmission control protocol. It is a connection-oriented protocol. Before the actual communication starts between pen tester and target machine, the connection is established first, and then the actual data transfer takes place from pen tester to the target. Another one is there are more opportunities to manipulate the TCP header, and mostly this TCP connection is used when scanning the port on the machines. So the outline in TCP port or in TCP header fields, you'll get the TCP flags. So the TCP flags which get response used to get the response and avoid the scanning detection on target side, and it also determines if there is any firewall exist on target side or not. So we will discuss that in detail. So before that, how the connection is established means the TCP connection established in three steps. One, the pen tester sends a the signed request to the target. That is the in step one, the pen tester initiating a request to a pen tester to a target communication session, and by sending this signed request. So then if the target is not busy, suppose, and if targeted idle and ready to communicate with the pen tester, then for this particular sign request by pen tester, the target machine generates an acknowledgement and also sends a signed request to the pen tester that I'm ready to communicate with you. So the acknowledgement, this acknowledgement is in response to the signed request sent by pen tester, and this signed request is sent by your target machine to inform the pen tester that yes, I'm also ready to communicate with you. So then if the pen tester is ready to communicate with the target, then pen testers send a acknowledgement reply to the signed request of your target. So in this way, the connection is established. So here there are three steps involved for sending. First step, sending a signed request by the pen tester. In the second step, the acknowledgement from your target, and the request for a connection establishment, and third one is the acknowledgement for this signed request. So there are three steps involved, so we call this as three-way handshaking of establishing the connection, TCP connection. So this is, so in that signed request, when it is sending, it will have the that signed request sequence number, any random number, and that when the so for every request this sequence number is mentioned. Similarly, for every acknowledgement, the acknowledgement number is also mentioned for which request it is given. Okay, so this is the way we establish the connection. So here, as we just said, that TCP is a connection-oriented protocol, and which is used to get the TCP flags used to get the response and avoid detections and determine if there is any firewalls. So if you look at the header field of TCP packet, there will be a source port number, because we are going to find which services are open, are running on the target side, which services are closed. So for that, it is the services are identified with the source port numbers, sorry, port numbers. So in that header field, you will find the source port number and destination port number, that requesting port number. And for that signed request, what is the sequence number? And for those sequence number, is there any acknowledgement? If you get the response, then you will get the acknowledgement numbers also. And there are some bits, reserved for the future use to, and all these bits are used, set to zero. But here the most important one is, there are some, the windows bits are there to check it out whether any congestion control information regarding that. And the control bits, 6 bits are used for as your flag bits of your TCP, which are used to get the response, or avoid the detection of scanning and target side, and determine if any firewalls are there or not. So for that, it uses that org bit, org 1 bit is used for this. So the packet should have priority if this bit is set to 1. If the bit acknowledgement bit is set to 1, then acknowledgement of every packet is received. And if the push bit is set to 1, data should be sent immediately. And if RST bit is used, that reset bit, it says, it informs the source or destination side that about the connection. And where sign bit is used for synchronized sequence numbers, and the fin bit is used to, the process is complete, so no more data from the sender is required. So in the port scanning, we mostly use all these flag bits for scanning the ports on target site, right? So with this, we'll stop the session. In the next session, we'll talk about the ping. Thank you.